We are glad that one of the busiest people on the island has taken a few moments to join us. Dr. Sarah.Owen, principal at Hilton Head Elementary School. Less than 2 weeks now until the virtual opening of schools. What do things look like behind the doors while you guys are working to get things ready? Let's talk about the physical part first, and then we'll go virtual.
Well, it's busy. Teachers actually are at school today for the first day, and they're spending their week doing assessments one-on-one with selected students to try to get a baseline for where kids are academically to help them with instruction virtually and then hopefully in person for many of the students.
That's a great idea, to get the kids in and actually kind of get a feel for where you are coming off the spring. So we go virtual to begin with right after Labor Day.
Yes.
Is that going to look different at all from what we saw in the spring?
Yes, it's going to look a lot different.
Okay.
The district took the lead on purchasing with some funds, specifically because of the virus, through the CARE Act, to purchase a platform. It's called K through 12 Learning, which is what's being used from K to 8th grade. And it allows for a consistent standards-based curriculum to use with students that are virtual. Okay. And what's nice is it allows for equitableness and consistency, school to school, grade to grade, and it gives kind of a minimum expectation. And then the teacher's job is to help facilitate that learning, encourage engagement, differentiate, meet with small groups virtually. So the teacher really is the facilitator of learning.
All right, and then eventually we will go back to in-person learning. Your thoughts on what that's going to look like? I know that could change between now and whenever it is we go back to face-to-face. What do you think it's going to look like?
Well, teachers right now are starting to organize their room to be ready for that in-person transition when that happens. And so part of that work is we're being minimalistic, taking out clutter, measuring where students will be 6 feet apart. Class sizes are going to be much smaller, so teachers that normally work in the capacity of an interventionist might be teaching a homeroom. And we're doing this in order to accommodate DHEC's regulations in terms of health and safety. But at the end of the day, teachers at Hilton Head Elementary and across the district have been amazing because they know that this year is going to look different for everyone and that we just need to pull together on behalf of the students.
As parents, what can we do if we have elementary school kids in the next 2 weeks to get them ready to go?
Well, that's a great question. Parents and community members and even folks at daycares and on-site aftercare are considered learning coaches in this process. And the role of a learning coach is to make sure that there's a structured space, a great environment for learning so that there's a desk and needed supplies and a good place for the students to report to every day. The learning coach also makes sure that kids sit and come to a specific schedule, that they follow a schedule, and that they help be the liaison between the teacher and the student in terms of if there's any issues with technology or questions about curriculum. So the learning coach role is really, really crucial. And I do want to give a shout out because there's a lot of community partnerships like the Island Rec Center, NOC, Boys and Girls Club, Presbyterian Day School, St. Luke's. They've all agreed to host these learning pods where they help monitor and facilitate the learning on site for parents that have to work every day.
All right, we cross our fingers. Thanks so much, Dr. Sarah.Owen of Hilton Head Elementary.